How to choose your business name. This is your moment. You finally mustered up the courage to talk about your brand new business idea to your friends and family, and then comes the dreaded question. So, what's this new business called then? And that's where you come unstuck. You've got no idea. Choosing the right business name is so important, and you really want to try and get it right the first time round to aid with brand recognition. If you're struggling to decide on your business name, watch this video, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what you need to consider when you're thinking about choosing your business name. Sound good? Let's get started. I'm Irene from IreneMoore.com, and for the very best in business and mindset tips, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when I release new videos each and every week. When brainstorming your business name, it's important to think about it both from a legal and from a marketing perspective. Naturally, you'll want to try and avoid anything that's too complicated to pronounce or remember, but there's also a few other considerations that you need to bear in mind when you're deciding how to name your business. By the end of this video, you're going to have some solid advice on how to choose your business name. Tip 1 is make sure that you actually like it. Now, this sounds really obvious, but it's really important that you like the name because you're going to be saying it more than you realize. I have a client who actually had to change her business name halfway through the year because she simply hadn't appreciated how many times a day she was going to say it, and she never really loved it, even though everyone else around her did. It's much easier and cheaper to get it right the first time. Tip 2. Ensure that the name is available for you to use legally. One of the first things you'll need to do is double check that the name that you want to use isn't already being used by another business. Whilst there are many businesses out there with very similar names, you want to try and avoid any confusion, especially within your own given niche. You should always make a point of checking out with your local registry. In the UK, that would be Companies House, and also your trademarking office to make sure that you're not infringing on someone else's brand name illegally. Also, if you're planning to trade internationally, it's worth checking out the meaning of your business name in the key markets that you're planning to trade in, just to make sure it doesn't offend or upset anyone once translated. Tip 3, know your audience. Think about your audience and the business that you're trying to build in the long term. If you're building a brand and have decided not to use your own name, then try and use something phonetic or something that can be easily represented by a symbol, such as Moonpig. Shopify also has a really clever business name generator, which is super handy because it also checks if your business URL is available. If you're launching a service-based business, such as coaching or consulting, I strongly recommend that you try and incorporate your name somehow because it really does aid with brand recognition, build trust with your customers, and helps build your personal brand. Tip 4, think about your digital presence. Speaking of thinking long term, it's always a really good idea to double check the digital footprint of that name before you decide on the final name. Ideally, you want to ensure that your business URL and the corresponding social handles are available so that you can start to use them straight away. Now for the fun part. Go ahead and download this week's free Boss Breakthrough Worksheet and start to brainstorm all of the business names that you've come up with. I've linked to the worksheet in the description below. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. Finally, you know success loves company, so if you found this video useful, go ahead and share it with just one person who you think it might help. I look forward to reading your comments.